So hey friends, welcome to this week's video. This week we are gonna go over gear instead of tech, and that's mostly because I don't have time to do a full tech analysis on a piece of tech in the right time frame. I'm kind of running on a short schedule this week because I have a wedding to fly out to in Chicago, and I won't have time to shoot all the shots, test everything properly, but I did want to get you a video scheduled so that you guys have something to gnaw on while I'm gone. This video kind of was shot in the summer, but I just never really got around to it because of the fact I had all these other headphones and things on the docket that I had to get done first. So now I have all this B-roll. I just need to edit together for you guys now. The whole reason why I did want to do this review is because I had a need in the summer where I spent a lot of time in the field or just running around outside, and I needed a more sporty pair of shades to keep up with that activity. And I have a bunch of sunglasses, but most of them are for like fashion or just events or just for a look, but they're not really good for keeping on your head, dealing with running and things like that. So yeah, but one of the things that I really wanted to do is because a lot of my friends were talking about how wraparounds are really nice because of the fact that like if you're biking or whatever, it just, you know, it doesn't affect your vision. You don't have to worry about it. Obviously, I'm not running extremely fast, but if I did find myself, you know, on a boat or riding a bike, it would at least flex or be flexible for those different use cases. So I was looking for wraparounds. I did get These didn't end up being the one I'm going to review, but I did get inspired by something on Instagram called Bomber Eyewear, which has these giant sunglasses. And these glasses obviously are very striking looking, give me a little bit of RoboCop vibes. They look dope, but they are thin, they are plasticky, and they don't have the best ergonomics in terms of your overall look on head or feel on head. And yeah, it just was a little bit uncomfortable. So over long times, they're not great. Maybe if you're on a boat and you need them to float, those are perfect because they do float. However, I needed something a little bit more performative, so I was looking at my go-to sort of sporting eyewear company of Smith. Smith has a bunch of sunglasses, obviously, but I've known them for their goggles. I have their Smith 40 mags, which I did a review on. You can check the video above. But I love those because, one, the optics are really solid. The lenses are very, very nice, as well as in terms of the overall representation of colors and things like that, they do a really good job. So I looked at what they had. Obviously, they have a bunch of traditionally shaped glasses in terms of oversized, the regular, you know, it's like the regular sporty glasses that you see, but I was looking for something more wraparound, a little bit more striking like the Bombers, and of course they had something. So this is when I picked up the Smith ShiftMags. Similar like mag technology with the interchangeable lenses, which is really cool. It's a feature I wasn't looking for, but it's nice to have. But it has that wraparound. It has the gold mirror, or sorry, the red mirror that I like in my active sunglasses, and it basically fit all of my needs. But I wanted to do a full review on it because they have a lot of cool little features that a lot of people will like. So I think overall this is the aesthetic I'm looking for, but if it meets my needs, I did make sure I took this to the field, took it to Seattle when hiking to see if it does fit, and we'll get into that. But first, let's go into the different aspects of these sunglasses that make them a little bit unique and why they might be beneficial to you. The ShiftMags come with a nice zippered water-resistant hard case which has ample room for your shades, the extra lenses, and even a soft case that can double as a lens cleaner. The hard case is pretty large, so I do find myself using the soft case more often. The frame is constructed of an impact-resistant TR90 nylon material and has megalo-elastomer arms for a nice grippy fit. These arms are also spring-loaded for a nice quick flick action when opening and closing these sunglasses. The nose bridge has a 2-size adjustable nose pad that are also made of that grippy megalo-elastomer, and they're super comfortable and work for even wide nose or low bridge people. Moving on to the lenses, it is a medium fit, large coverage 5 base lens curve, enhanced with Smith's ChromaPop technology, which enhances the contrast and improves colors. While the lenses are high quality and look super dope, it is somewhat of a fingerprint magnet, so keep that in mind when handling. So the biggest and last feature that we're going to talk here is going to be the interchangeable lenses. Just like the 40 mags, they do come with a secondary lens for low visibility, and they do use magnets, but just in a less convenient way than the 40 mags do. They do not just have a clip-on lens that will stick there. The magnets exist on the temples, and this is where you can push it back and then be able to replace the lens. So it is pretty simple. There is 2 clips on the sides of the temples, as well as a snug portion in the middle, which is probably gonna be the hardest part for you to take off. So if you take one temple out and pull from the top, you'll notice that that comes loose. You can do the same thing on the other side. And then the middle part, you just kind of have to finagle out. Pretty simple to get it separated from the frame. What I will say is that if you break one of these, or you'd like a different tint, the frames will likely be more expensive, or the replacement lenses will be more expensive, because it's part of this system. It's not just a lens that you can put in there, it has to have this frame that is adaptable with these. So if you want to play mix and match a bit, you might be spending a little bit more money. But replacing is very similar. Just make sure that the lenses are on the tracks. They fit with inside the magnet clips. Go. And then you get your low visibility. I probably won't be using these because I'm not biking like that, but if you are biking in, you know, overcast conditions or something that's darker, these will be good to keep wind out of your eyes but still be able to see everything. So unless I'm planning on doing some lab work and going back to my biology background, I really doubt I'll be using these. But hopefully that explains how easy it is to replace. And again, putting them in versus taking them out is a little bit harder, but it just takes a little bit of getting used to. Once you get it, things come in and out very quickly. So let's try to talk about this more actively. Let's take this to the field and talk about how these work for football use. I took this to the field on a 100-degree day in Boston to stress test these with an outdoor workout to see if they could hold up to the fit and visibility performance. The tint helped tremendously in reducing the amount of brightness while retaining the details of the field and in the sky. The shade's wraparound nature helped keep the sun out of my eyes in almost all angles, while allowing me to change orientation and not really have to worry about the direction of the sun. The lenses also ventilated relatively well and did not have any condensation or impairment issues. This was further emphasized when doing my laying down throwing drill when I'm staring straight into the sky. It blocked out just enough sun where I didn't have to constantly squint, and the UV protection was good for my eyes. The ShiftMags are not polarized, so they won't do well at reducing glare. This makes these not ideal for activities on the water where glare might affect you. However, for conditions where you need to analyze your terrain like golf or need to track moving objects like American football, non-polarized lenses are better as they do not distort your vision and depth perception in the same way polarized lenses do. So for my use case, these non-polarized lenses were ideal. Lastly, the fit held up extremely well with jumping and heavy steps. The flexible arms wrapped around my head nicely, and the megal on the nose and arms helped keep the glasses snug on my face. I did not feel much moving from the frames, and I rarely needed to adjust. It was just a no-hassle fit that really helped me lock into my workout rather than having to fidget with my accessories. Heading to Mount Rainier with Samika and my mom, we tackled an 8-hour hike with the Smith Mags. On the road, there were some times I saw glare, which did annoy me, which made me wish these were polarized, but driving was not a factor in my purchase here. However, once on a mountain, these made everything look great. Colors of the trees and the snow and the sky all look great through these lenses. The terrain changed a lot from flat, rocky to snowy, but these glasses stuck put. I was able to run, climb, slide down different terrain, and these ShiftMags did not budge much. Also, in terms of long-term comfort, these guys were amazing. They're very lightweight, so you don't feel much, and the elastomers on the nose and arms didn't aggravate my skin. I don't even think that I had nose pad imprints by the end of the trek, which was impressive. The ShiftMags are just a lightweight, non-intrusive wear, and I will no doubt grab these anytime I'm trying to do something active. They're an on-your-face and not in-your-face kind of glass, and I like that peace of mind. So I think we've reached a stopping point. We got really close to the base, I guess, kind of. We probably have like a few more hours ahead of us, but since we're kind of running out of daylight, we're gonna head back. But these sunglasses did awesome in terms of saving my eyes. Except I feel like bees really like them, so they've been chasing me all day because I think they're trying to check themselves out. But overall, dope shades. So with these ShiftMags, I think that they're a great pair of sunglasses because of the fact that they have so much flexibility, as well as the comfort and other features there just really chime home with what I was trying to get. So in terms of comfort, they fit really well on head. They just mold very nicely, and that wraparound design really just gives you that full view and full vision without having to worry about gaps. And that's the thing that I was really looking for with a pair of sunglasses I was going to use on the field. Obviously the striking looks are a really nice thing about them as well, but I think what's the best thing is that how easy these things are to switch out. So while I picked a red mirror, you can pick a silver, you can pick a green. They have a bunch of different options and different VLT ratings in which you can get as much sunlight or little sunlight as you want coming through your vision. And I think that's really, really awesome, as well as the fact that you can change up the vibe of how it's colored and things like that. But that flexibility will give you the right experience for your ride, your run, whatever activity you're doing, but it does come at pretty penny. So like this flexibility and this design with the large lens obviously is not the cheapest thing out there. Smith has plenty of glasses that are like $60, $100. However, these run at $269 at full retail. They do go on sale every now and then, but not for a tremendous discount. So you are paying a premium here for a quality lens, a large lens, an interchangeable lens. So like the whole system is what you're really paying for. So if it's not your vibe in terms of price, obviously there are cheaper options out there. Smith has a bunch of stuff for you, but if you do have the 269 or you really just care about your optics and you want to invest in something, I think the Smith Mags are a wonderful option for your active lifestyle. So yeah, I rock with these. Tell me if you pick them up and see what you feel about them. But if you have any other questions about these sunglasses, definitely check in the comments. If there's something that you want me to test, I can definitely do that in a short or something like that. That is something that I'm starting to do with certain requests and comments, is just build a short off someone's comment so that, I can not dedicate a whole video with it, but still respond to you and get you some live action shots about what you're looking for. So definitely keep an eye out for those things. But thank you guys so much for dealing with this shorter sort of video that's a little bit less in depth and not technology focused, but try to switch it up every now and then. If you could, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, doing all the things that you normally do on a video that you like and love. And to my OGs, thank you guys for sticking around, attending the live streams, going to all the store or looking at all the stuff that I create, because it really helps grow this channel. I think we're around 1580 in terms of subscribers, and I've been really loving the interaction and growth of this channel. So keep it up, and I really hope to talk to you guys live on one of those live streams. But yeah, that's basically the end of the review. So as always, appreciate ya. Peace. So last time we were at Aspen, Samika didn't listen, or she didn't listen to me, so she listened to some random person in the mountain. So we did the same thing here, where we just encountered those people, right? They were like, oh, there's a sheet, and oh my god, there's a sheet and all this stuff. Like, this is the sheet they were talking about, and that is way more difficult than this. And this is what happens when we listen to random people that we don't trust. We could have done an easier thing. Why do we continue doing this to ourselves? I am not reckless. I am accurate. I am accurate.
40% of time you're accurate.
40%. Times that by 10. 400% I'm accurate.
Wow, okay, alright.